Justin Vogel on to punt it away. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Bridgewater. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, and that'll make it 3rd down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
Yeah, really turned it loose, didn't he? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
He gets this away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. The last couple of drives have ended in punts. Maybe the crowd minds that, but you're a defensive guy. You're okay with a couple of punt drives.
Listen, I'm the guy that loves a 0-0 pitch game. Right? In baseball, I can handle that going into the 7th inning. I think the crowd, though, they want to see a little bit more excitement. Let's see if someone can break something free on offense and get going.
Offense at a premium the last 2 drives. Second down following the run. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Ty Montgomery that time. And it's 3rd down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're going ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on 3rd downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. This will be fielded at the 17. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Now a play fake here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Clay Matthews not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. On second down, Cook. It'll be a gain of 15 on the play. And just like that, it's third down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Throwing is Bridgewater, and he's able to find Diggs. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 24 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. We're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
In the red zone this time. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. He couldn't get the edge there. It wasn't sealed, so maybe not all on the guy running the football all the time on those tosses and the pitches that go to the outside.
No, not at all. I would agree with that totally, because sometimes the defensive guys, they win the edge battle. And when they do that, there's no place for the running back to go, and especially for offensive linemen trying to get out ahead. With their footwork and speed, it's negligible on that play. No gain at all for the offense. Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Throwing, Bridgewater. And complete, right side, the tight end Rudolph. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point. So no problems converting there.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help. So it'll be first down here after the run. Back to throw. And this is incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver, because You've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a first down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Ripkowski, the fullback, on the inside give. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. On second down, Montgomery. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
This defensive unit ranks 3rd in the NFL against the run, and I love what they're doing. Plugging up everything inside, hard to make way, and then they can run to the perimeter and shut you down that way as well.
The Packers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Looking to throw. It's brought in by Janis. And he'll get it down here to the 43. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over at their own 20-yard line. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
And complete right side to Cook. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. And now Bridgewater is still down. Looks like he was shaken up there. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Vikings on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They run again on first down. Cook. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Now it's the backup Bradford. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Working out of the gun, Bradford. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Mike Daniels in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. Here's Ryan Quigley now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Two minutes to play here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Packers. Randall Cobb, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Going up top. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Off the play fake to Cook. Here's Bradford. Looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 15 yards down to the 15 and a first down. This is the 10th carry for Ty Montgomery. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. drop to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
They'll run with Montgomery. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. Second and goal to go now. Now a run with Montgomery. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Ty Montgomery as the first half is winding down. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And now out comes Minnesota. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the...
Stephon Diggs, the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have made this now a 1-score game. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch. And he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Let's go! On play action, they'll throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now, the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
They'll drop to throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Everson Griffin in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. On now is the Packers punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken from just outside the 30. Call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
And the pressure gets to Bradford, and down he goes. Mike Daniels in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Bradford now to throw on 1st down. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
Now Bradford on 2nd down. Forced out to his left. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A really good pickup of 28 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
In search of something here after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Bradford getting his guys ready. From the gun, Bradford. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Montrevious Adams in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will tie our score at 14. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense, and over the post.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Throwing, Hundley. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. And a great spot to start this drive from here. They go play action here on first down. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Throwing again. Bradford on 2nd and 10. And this is caught at the 8. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up 1st and goal. 1st and goal from the 8. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll run with Cook. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. They try again with Cook. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Back now at beautiful new U.S. Bank Stadium. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. The offense on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. A play fake. Bradford. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Nick Perry in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal, and that does give them the lead, but this one is still a long ways from over.
And you love to be able to look up at the scoreboard and see that you're out in front, but then you take one look across the field and see that offense is raring to come back out, and you think, I don't know that field goals are going to be enough to get us home.
The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now Hundley. He's going to let this one go deep. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of two halves, won't you?
Well, hey, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Mike Daniels in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. They run the counter with Cook. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. The Vikings on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 16. Bradford now from the 50. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Here's Ryan Quigley now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator?
And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. They'll look to throw here on first down. It gets it over the middle to Cobb. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They're going to look to throw. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. And avoids the contact by sliding. 5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Cannon. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. The Packers on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Running left, Montgomery. And not much running room. Down to the 32. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will be from 49 yards out. And this one is right down Broadway. And we are all tied here in the final stages. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Packers pick it up. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
A give. This is Montgomery. And a short gain here down to the 22. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. Had a good move, but only able to work it to the 20-yard line. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Packers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And Crosby puts it through. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Now then, it's a big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th. But, Charles, there is still time left for a final drive.
Brandon, you know they would have liked to take the clock down just a little bit further, at least under a minute or so. But this was not over yet, especially since they just need a field goal.
And now out comes Minnesota. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. To throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd. He'll look to throw. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. They have the 3-point lead. Defense did their job. Now, late game, although it looks good, you know the coaches, they haven't counted this as a victory yet.
I agree with you totally. Big applause for the defense, but no one is taking their headset off on the sidelines. They don't believe this game is over. The offense has to close this one out by taking care of the football.
They'll try to close it out now. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. It's an end around. Cobb. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. A little bit of an unconventional call there.
Yeah, but it worked, and how great was that? That's got to give them a lift in this situation.